Hurricane season. It can get heavy. And I mean heavy. Over the past 10 years, I've witnessed hurricanes demolish Florida, Texas, Mississippi, the Bahamas, Louisiana, Puerto Rico, North Carolina, and even my home state of New Jersey. The list is long beyond that, and for a lot of people who live in coastal regions, the fear of destruction of tropical cyclones is very warranted. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum are people who surf. Surfers love hurricanes. And for good reason. I mean, look at that. No human I know, surfers included, love the destruction that a hurricane can bring. But if you're someone who surfs on the East Coast, you'd be lying if you said that you didn't start getting excited when the Weather Channel begins blowing an approaching storm way out of proportion, and the forecast is reading 10-foot waves are on their way to your local beach. I've been experiencing this East Coast phenomenon since I was a kid. I still remember my first September living at the beach and getting my first dose of well overhead surf. I was hooked. Today, I'm more hooked than ever.
All right, so I'm on the beach.
But it wasn't always like this for me. I used to be normal. Somehow, I was able to take surf as it came. If I had prior plans and had to miss a swell, I was cool with it. Today, not so much.
All right, been out for 2 hours. Let's see what else we can do out here.
It's only been in the past 5 years that I've admittedly become obsessed. Some would call it an unhealthy obsession. I call it passion. This time of year, I become phased out. Unavailable for future plans, liable to miss any and all family functions, able to stay up all night driving.
All right, we are on the road. It is on.
Woo! If it means that I might get barreled in the morning. We're talking miss my own wedding type of stuff. Lucky for me, I can always use the excuse that this is my job, but most people can call out of work. If there's a storm on the horizon, I'm clocking in for overtime. How couldn't I? We don't get waves and weather like this, ever. Hurricane season is the one portion of time where you can score overhead tubes and still be wearing board shorts on the East Coast. We wait for this all year long. We endure flat spells, 45-minute lines at the dairy bar, and our second cousin's, uncle's, mother's, third nephew's, brother-in-law's birthday barbecues all summer long, dreaming that one day we're going to wake up and hear that this year tropical storm activity will begin in August. Am I crazy? Maybe. But if this is crazy, I'm okay with being completely out of my mind. Before we dive too deep into the emotional aspects of scoring waves, we need to get scientific. There's a lot of reasons why a hurricane can be deadly, or a hurricane can hang out in a safe spot and send us tubes. Let's check it out. Hurricanes are the most violent storms on Earth. They form near the equator over warm ocean waters. The scientific name for a hurricane is a tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclones are like engines that require warm, moist air as fuel. The first ingredient is warm ocean water. The second ingredient is wind. In the case of hurricanes that form in the Atlantic Ocean, the wind blowing westward across the Atlantic from Africa provides the necessary ingredient for a storm to go haywire. When a hurricane hits land, it runs out of warm, moist air and begins slowing down. But they can still cause massive damage while making landfall before a storm weakens. As surfers, we want storms to linger off the coast, slow down, and continue to build in strength to send us the biggest, most powerful waves with the cleanest conditions. As a storm passes a general area, take New Jersey for example, the winds will start out poor, but as the tropical cyclone spins its way up the coast, it will eventually bring west wind and clean surfing conditions. The bigger and the slower the storm, the longer we get good waves. Our most recent tropical cyclone, Hurricane Isaias, is an example of a fast-moving storm. The waves were well over my head at first, but in less than 2 hours, they were almost gone. And by the next morning, it was virtually flat again. As an East Coast surfer, I've seen it all. A short-lived storm that lasts an hour, or literally waves for days. Half the fun is tracking a storm, being ready for anything, and finally seeing what types of waves a hurricane has to offer. Whether it's a nuclear hurricane with maxing surf, or wasted chest high offshore fun, we always find a way to enjoy ourselves. And that's what East Coast hurricane surfing is all about. Nub Nation, let me know what you guys thought. Are you guys excited for hurricane season? What a trip, dude. It was so fun going back. Some of that footage is literally 8 years old. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. Kind of like made me realize how long I've actually been doing this. I've actually been kind of chasing hurricanes before I even thought I was and before I even put my mind to it. Anyway, super fun to be an East Coast surfer this time of year. The waves are pretty flat right now, so I threw together that video just to keep the stoke up, and I'm really excited because we actually have another storm happening this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. If you guys are enjoying the videos and you're not already subscribed, please subscribe down below, that little red button. It doesn't cost you anything. I make videos every day or every other day, so I'm bringing the content, and it's just super fun to have everybody be a part of the channel. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and you can also comment in the comment section below. I try to reply as much as possible. We're just having fun here on this channel, so thank you guys for all the stoke. As always, Nub Nation for the win, and I'll see you tomorrow for the dream. Yo!